Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode for LethalFrag.com. In this episode we are in Nuketown using the G11, really beasting from the get-go. Actually, many questions that people ask me when they see this video is, were you using Steady Aim Pro? No, there's no steady aim on this gun. This gun is just pretty amazing when you hip fire just from it, just the way it is. It actually has Sleight of Hand Pro in it and it's just amazing. Guys, another thing is when you go into that B flag, make sure you put suppression fire down that fence right there, because people actually like to run from there down range and try to get you, so make sure you do that. So check this guy out right here with this Dragunov right there trying to spray me. Yeah, not gonna happen, buddy, not today. Now guys, this is a perfect example of what it is like to hip fire with this gun. This thing is just freaking powerful, man, when it comes to hip fire. It's so freaking accurate, even though we don't have Steady Aim Pro. But check this out. Man, they don't even know what's coming to them from back here. Don't know what that dude is doing, but hey, he should have turned around. But this is a really good start when it comes to Nuketown. Our goal when we came to this point was to actually flip the spawns right away. So we were able to accomplish that pretty quickly. I was playing with some of my viewers in this stream at this point in the game, and we had a lot of fun, guys. So remember, come check out the live stream, guys. It's pretty fun gaming with me, and you might end up in one of these videos too. So guys, one thing I want to talk to you about is that something's different on Nuketown. All of a sudden this is happening. You see that error right there? Once you UAB, they spawn right there every time. Look, I turn around and there he is. So something that I've been noticing on Nuketown lately is that all of a sudden people just keep spawning right there. You see those dots? They just keep spawning right back there. If you push too far on Nuketown, guys, you will flip the spawns. Some of my random teammates were actually doing this and they kept messing up the spawns. But one of the things you need to remember is that somehow the game keeps putting them right in that place every single time to spawn. So remember to keep an eye out for that area every time you are, especially on the left side of the map from the C flag. Keep an eye there, because they will spawn there from time to time if your team is pushing forward. This is especially good when you don't have a full team of players with you who don't know how to actually keep the spawns on the other side on the Domination game, so remember that. I'm not really sure why this is happening. I personally don't feel that used to happen before on Nuketown, so I thought I'd bring you guys this video for you to understand that there are a couple of changes in it. I haven't heard any announcements from Treyarch or anyone saying that they have changed the way the spawn system works on Nuketown, but it's just different. Something feels different about it. It used to be that when they spawn behind you, they will spawn all the way back at C, but now it's putting them right behind that fence to my left there. Not sure why it's doing that. And the interesting thing is that it happens every game. It doesn't fail every game. If you push the spawns too far, they will end up back there for some reason. I'm not sure why. So just remember that, guys. So I thought I brought this clip to you guys and show you that, especially so that you can keep an eye out whenever you're playing the game on Nuketown. Now, I have only noticed this thing on the Domination games. I haven't played any other game type enough to know that that is a fact on any other game type. But on Domination, I've noticed that this keeps happening. But anyways, going back to the gun itself, the G11, guys, is pretty powerful, guys. It almost feels a little overpowered sometimes, and especially on the right hands. So it's a gun that you might want to check out and remember to use from time to time. As you remember on my last video, I talked about the hip firing, not to be afraid of it. G11 is another gun. If once you get to it, don't be afraid to hip fire with it. It's a very accurate gun when it comes to hip fire, so remember to do that when you have this gun in your hand. The other thing about it is that I don't know if it will improve it with steady aim or not. I almost find it not worth it to use that perk, because it's already very powerful as it is, that I could use instead of Sleight of Hand Pro in it if I need to, or any other pair, War Glory. It doesn't matter what you want to use in it. It just doesn't feel like it's necessary, you know, because it's already very accurate when it comes to hip firing with it the way it is. So it's something to think about when you're using this gun. If you want to try it out with steady aim, let me know. Give me some comments and let me know how it was. I haven't got it back yet because I just prestige again, so I gotta wait till I get it back so that I can test it out on myself. Now, another thing I want to talk about in this video is kill streaks. I had a lot of people asking me, you know, what kill streak should I use? Should I always use the high kill streaks, you know? And some people actually ask me, you know, why do I not use so many high kill streaks on my videos? And let me answer that question for you guys. I don't believe it is necessary for you to have high skill streaks for you to actually be able to get some amazing scores. Personally, I have been able to do some pretty amazing games, high kill scores, without the use of a chopper gunner or dogs or anything of the sort. I love to run the low kill streaks, and let me tell you why. I'm a very supportive player. I like to support with my spy planes, with my counters, with my napalm. Napalm to me is actually a very key kill streak when it comes to domination. And let me tell you why. The reason is because with napalm you can help out your team when you are in the middle of a jam. Let's say so you are losing the B flag and you have that napalm, you can throw it up in there and actually take those guys out right away. Or you lost the flag already and you need to recover the flag. Well, guess what? You cannot go into the flag, but you can communicate with your teammates and let them know, hey, I'm putting a napalm on the B flag, jump on it right now, because the enemy team will not be able to come near it because that napalm is right there. Another strategy to use the kill streak napalm is by blocking the way of the enemy team. For example, if you guys die all of a sudden and the enemy team is pushing forward towards you, you can always throw that napalm in the middle of the map and block that way across to where you guys are until you guys recover and be able to push up front and take control of your positions again. Another way that I have used it in the past too is, let's say we've been completely triple capture on the game. Well, we are already spawning in one particular place. If somebody has a napalm kill streak, they can again block the way to ourselves so that we can capture a flag and push forward to the enemy team, but we can block the way for them to get there. Now, a lot of people may say, well, you can run through the napalm if you have Flat Jacket Pro. Absolutely, but it is one thing to have 1-2 guys with Flat Jacket Pro. It is another thing to assume that the whole team on the other side has Flat Jacket Pro. That is highly unlikely, especially on public matches. Now, when it comes to competitive matches, that could be a completely different story. But when it comes to matches on public, it's a completely different story. Most of them do not have Flat Jacket Pro. And the reason why is because it's actually not an easy thing to acquire. Flat Jacket Pro is a very powerful perk. I put Flat Jacket Pro next to Tactical Mass Pro as how powerful it is. So it's a very useful perk to have. But it's not easy to acquire, so don't assume that the whole enemy team is going to have that. So for those of you guys who keep trying to get the high kill streaks and you're not being successful, guys, you can get some great scores without having the high kill streaks. That doesn't mean I don't use it, doesn't mean I don't get it. Yes, I got in the dogs, I have gotten the chopper gunner, I got in all of that stuff before. But you don't have to do that all the time. It is fun. But you know what? Personally, it's just a personal preference. I love to run with my gun killing people. That to me, that's where the game is at. That what makes me want to keep playing this game. I don't really like my air support doing all the work for me. You know, so, you know, this is the way I play. You don't have to play this way. And right here, I do something that I usually never do. I usually do not revive people with last stand just because personally I do not like the perk. But in this particular game, I didn't have much option. I was running low on teammates who were actually knowing what they're doing, so I needed to make sure they stay alive as much as possible, and so I kept them alive by just helping that guy out. Fortunately, I think he died right away right after, but hey, you know, I try. So anyways, you know, guys, that's just something that you need to remember when you're playing the game. You don't have to run the high kill streaks all the time, so stop breaking your head if you're having trouble with it. Go with the low kill streaks, you won't regret it. Well, guys, thank you for joining one more time. This has been another episode for LethalFrag.com. Go check him out for some great advice and how to become a better player on this Call of Duty series or any FPS in general. Everyone, don't forget to leave me some feedback. Please thumbs up the video and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.